Good evening, I'm Colgan, and you're very welcome to Business and Enterprise, Ireland's only live web business TV show. My guest tonight is Bridie Cranogue, who's in a marketing role in Drumlin Media, which is the holding company and the content supplier provider for whatever platform you're looking at this programme at, be it Cavan TV, be it Monaghan TV, or a host of other TVs. So Bridie, you're very welcome to Business and Enterprise. And as we always do in our programme, before we start talking about anything else, we always have to find a little bit about the person. So tell us something about Bridie.
Okay, well, Bridie Cranogue, I'm living in Cavan Town. I qualified in marketing almost 20 years ago at this stage with the Marketing Institute. I started off in the college here in the town, or it's the Institute now, or the Institute of Photo Studies. I qualified with the Marketing Institute then. But at that stage I never actually worked in marketing. I went on to work in Quinn Insurance. I worked there for 12, nearly 13 years. And I sort of did various roles there. I ended up in fraud investigation.
That sounds, is it as interesting as it sounds?
It's
or is the title a little misleading?
No, it's very interesting.
And when you say fraud investigation, were you on the road investigation or was it paper trail?
No, I was desk-based.
Desk-based, yeah.
Yeah. No, it was very interesting. Now, I have to say I loved it. But then the role changed in Quinn Insurance, like as everybody knows, things changed in Quinn Insurance over the last few years. So, and my role had changed. I moved on into, I ended up working out of the Navan office, and I was over the Northern Ireland fraud team. So there was a strong possibility at that stage that my role would be moved to Blanchardstown. So I got an opportunity to move on, and I did. So then I actually got involved about nearly 18 months ago with doing voluntary promotion work for the SOSAD organisation here in Cavan, which is a suicide awareness and prevention organisation. So
they had the big walk last week, didn't they?
No, that was more a Pieta House. SOSAD it's more do a lot of small fundraising rather than any major big one at the moment. We have houses. There's a house here in Cavan. There's a house in Drogheda, in Dundalk, in Navan, and opened very recently there in Carrickmacross. It's all northeast region based.
So it would be a northeast purely organisation.
Yeah.
It's one of many. I know we're getting slightly off track, but what the heck? It's one of many organisations on suicide in the country.
Yeah, it would be. Now, everybody is, like, I suppose, unfortunately, suicide is so common that, there's, like, as you say, there are a lot of organisations have been set up. But this one is the only one that has a centre here in Cavan Town and actually has, as well as having the counselling and everything else and assessment and 24-hour helpline 7 days a week, and as well as that, the centre here in Cavan has a drop-in centre, which is it's actually very widely supported.
Now, when you say there's counselling, is that on the phone or is it one-on-one? Again,
no.
People who have suicidal tendencies, by its very nature, they're probably not thinking straight. So the idea of actually going in and making an appointment to call into somebody and talk about how you're feeling is probably the furthest thing from their mind. Possibly,
SOSAD will take calls from somebody who is worried about a loved one who might have suicidal thoughts, and then as well as obviously from people who are feeling suicidal or somebody who has been bereaved through suicide. But somebody who is worried about a person, they can actually get advice over the phone on how best to deal with the situation and try and bring around the situation where that person will actually come for counselling.
Yeah, but if somebody was having suicidal thoughts, it wouldn't be a drop-in centre type of thing, no?
It's hard to say. No, I haven't dealt with the counselling end of it or even the phone end of it. I've purely been on the promotion end of it.
On the promotion end. And because promotion is your forte. Marketing.
Yes.
Marketing and sales, what's the difference?
Marketing again, a lot more
I kind of came up in the sales end, generally we found that the sales was done by people who hadn't gone to college, and the marketing was done by the people who knew the theory of it.
I suppose there'd be more to marketing than sales. Marketing would be, it'd be a lot of promotion and everything else involved in marketing.
Yeah,
it's not
brand awareness
sales.
and that type of thing.
Exactly, yes.
Which I suppose brings you to your present role, which I suppose it's highlighting the brand that is Drumlin Media and all its platforms.
Yes, and Cavan TV in particular would be
that's the flagship.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
And how do you see yourself going about that?
Well, there's a lot of strands, I suppose you might say, to be pulled together. Like as you say, Drumlin Media, and that is an organisation in itself, and it has a fantastic future. But it does need marketing and promotion. And then Cavan TV is, as we know, like it's Ireland's first live web-based TV channel, and it has the way web-based viewing is going at the moment. It is the future.
And what's our up-to-date statistics anyway?
Well, Drumlin Media, who produces programmes for Cavan TV, to date their content has been viewed by over 1.1 million viewers in 203 countries. It's the most recent figure, I think. Not to be sneezed at, yes.
And I suppose statistics like that is what in your marketing role you're trying to bring to the attention of advertisers, to sponsors and other media outlets in general.
Yeah, it's up to us to get that channelled, and to not just to benefit Cavan TV, but to benefit local businesses and the local area, because that is a huge platform for the local area as well as businesses.
Absolutely, and obviously, I suppose a fair number of the viewership is also the diaspora, particularly the Cavan diaspora, whereas a couple of years ago they might have waited for the Anglo-Celt to come in the post, or get it in the local newsagent if you're in the centre of population. Now you can kind of tune in instantly and see what's going on back home.
Absolutely, yes. And that is one of the main advantages of a medium like Cavan TV. I mean, it's available 24/7 online anywhere in the world. You don't have to, as you say, you don't have to wait.
So going back to Drumlin Media, apart from providing content to the various TV platforms like Cavan TV, what else does Drumlin Media do?
Well, Drumlin Media will record any event and they're actually a video production company, and they will record any event, from sporting event to convention, wedding, you name it. They've recently been involved in recording the Cube. It's been run in the Imperial last Saturday night, and that's going to be available online from 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, and as well as that there's going to be a DVD sold. I think there's something like 1,500 people in the Imperial last Saturday night. That's one of the most recent things that Drumlin Media have been involved in. But like Drumlin Media, there's a lot of advantages. Drumlin Media would have a lot of advantages over other local recording companies.
And what would some of them be?
Well, it'd be like, as we say, they have the ability to have things, streamed live globally. Things can be embedded to any website. Initially, the law for free publicity, or promotion on a Cavan TV programme prior to the event. There's a lot of advantages, and obviously having an event streamed globally has a huge advantage for County Cavan.
And of course the equipment as well must be state of the art.
Oh, absolutely, yes. I can't comment on the equipment, I'm afraid. That side of
things. It's big and
it's
fancy.
It's absolutely,
and of course the people operating it are top class as well.
Well, that's it, and that's what I was just...
And handsome as well, I've been told to say.
Oh, there's absolutely, every one of them, yes. And very, very professional. I mean, one only has to look at the programmes that are put out on Cavan TV, 7 programmes a week.
And what are some of those programmes? Apart from the obvious one that we're looking at now.
One, exactly. You've got The Green Room with Paul Cox. You've got Mary and Shanley West doing the Fireside Sounds. And then the other music one will be the country one on Friday evening with country
Seamus
music
Quinn,
with
yeah.
Seamus Quinn, that's right, yes.
Mr. Country.
Absolutely.
The man with the hat.
So then you've got Louise O'Reilly, of course, who does All About Sport on a Wednesday evening as well.
I'm sure she has a lot to talk about there.
Absolutely.
With Cavan winning.
I know, very good, yes, brilliant. And what else have we got? We've got the news programme with Anya on a Friday evening, and then Fashion and Lifestyle with Siobhan Hampton, yes.
So as they say, there's something for everybody.
Absolutely, yes. And the quality of them, it only has to be looked at online to see the standard that is there. And
I suppose some of the programmes, they've had their own scoops. I suppose one of the biggest scoops, completely with the station, is their involvement with the Stripes.
Absolutely.
I suppose Cavan TV have been to the Stripes what the Late Late Show was to you too.
I suppose
both of them got their start off there.
Yes.
And Cavan TV have gone a huge way to promoting the Stripes.
Oh yeah, it's a fantastic story, and a fantastic story for Cavan TV and for Cavan.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm sure when they are huge and megastars, people will be saying that yes, they saw the first broadcast in Cavan TV.
Exactly. Absolutely, yes, and rightly so. It's fantastic.
And of course, Elton John, he actually came across the Stripes while watching Paul Cox's in the Green Room.
I know, yes. Imagine we're sitting in the same studio as Paul Cox was sitting.
I thought you were going to say, imagine we were watching the same camera that Elton John looked at. So you have a variety of programmes that you are trying to promote and offer as commercial sponsorship opportunities to the businesses in the Northeast, or are we looking further afield as well?
Well, initially we're going to focus on the Northeast, but obviously we're going to be looking further afield, definitely, yes.
The fact that, as you say, it is web-based, and again, as I always say when somebody asks me, well, I was only on the web. A couple of things spring to mind. One is the Netflix and all these films that are advertised on the telly, but they're on the web, and I just heard something way out of my head because it's a bit technical, but the new Xbox is being promoted, and that ties up your television, your Xbox and broadband,
and the smart TV,
and smart TVs are coming out now. With all you have to do is just connect you into.
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, there's actually surveys carried out recently. A lot of, particularly in America, well, this American survey I was looking at, there's a huge movement away from traditional TV as we know it to watching, web-based.
Yeah, as I always say when we're chatting about this, my own son, he's in Dundalk. He doesn't have a television.
Yes.
Anything he watches from his Premiership, I was going to say to news, but he's not a big news fan.
Yes, yeah.
And he has other entertainment that he watches on it as well. But that's all he uses is his laptop.
Absolutely. Well, I find, now, and I wouldn't be long really to the technical age, but I find even I check my phone for news more so than waiting for the news bulletins. And I'm sure a vast majority of the people in the country do the same. It's not, you don't watch TV for the news. You don't watch TV for a lot of things. You watch it online.
And of course, on your phone, you can also watch all Dublin media platforms.
That's just it. Yes, exactly. Yeah, definitely. And then I suppose that leads on very nicely to our new website.
Well, maybe we'll talk about the website after we take this commercial break. So